Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tyro Investing here with another video. SoFi just had its earnings, quarter one for 2024. Had a few hours to digest it, the numbers, the reaction. So I kind of want to get into all that. Before we do, if you guys are watching and you enjoy some of this content, I really appreciate it if you could take a few seconds and just give a like to the video. Click that like button. Also, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Both those things motivate me to keep making videos, and it just lets me know that you guys actually, enjoy this stuff. So both those are extremely appreciated. So with that being said, let's get into it. So SoFi Q1 2024 numbers. What are we looking at here? Well, number one, we'll get into the members numbers. Initial numbers, new member of 622,000 in quarter one. And if that brings the total over 8 million members, specifically 8,132,000. From year over year, from quarter one 2023, it's about a 44% gain. I mean, if you just simply told a random person to look at this chart, not knowing what this was, they'd be like, wow, that's really consistent growth with no signs of slowing down. And that's exactly what I see as well. Every single quarter, it's basically been growth, 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 growth. And actually, the growth is getting even higher. We're getting into some pretty big numbers. And obviously, the more members you have, the more services you can offer them. So, this one to me is the most important. As long as SoFi keeps growing like this with its members, I'm going to remain bullish long term. So, excuse me, products. New product additions of almost a million in Q1, bringing the total to 11.8 mil. And that's seen an increase since quarter one of 23 of 38% year over year. And again, the same thing. If you took away all the numbers, didn't tell a random person what this was, they'd be like, wow, there's some more growth. Just this is and here we go again. Galileo, which is, their tech, one of their bigger tech platforms. Galileo in the millions has seen year-over-year growth of almost 20%. Again, I wouldn't say this chart is as bullish as the other ones, but I mean, it just hit its highest number and, it's still seeing growth there. Lending and financials, same thing. You take away if you knew nothing about SoFi and I just showed you this chart, you would be like, growth, growth. To me, that's why I can remain bullish long term. Now, if some of these were starting to top out or go down, I would feel not as bullish. And I think those are the main ones I wanted to get into. And we'll get into the chart now. But just overall, I think what's leading to, as you can see, it had a bit of a sell off. I mean, it was basically trading around $8 in after hours Friday. And today it did dip below, it did touch 7 briefly today. So it's seen quite a bit of sell-off, about 10% down. I think the reason is, they just continue to hit some of these numbers that aren't exactly guiding high. They're not guiding high enough for what the street wants them to guide for. But they continue to show growth. They continue to guide pretty good. It's just, I think people are expecting more, but I think over time, this will be fine. I mean, the short-term people who, were expecting the moon or after this, those people will probably get chopped up and sell for a loss. I'm in this for the long term. I'm going to continue to buy shares. In fact, after I get off this video, I'm going to buy some shares and lower my average just because everything I'm seeing is a very solid company who is still growing. So to me, I see no reason that I'm not going to buy more. So I'm going to buy more. Now, let's get into the chart. This is the daily chart. It's still well within this triangle pattern here. Um, and $7 since March has been just a gobble it up, you know. And even back here, sure, it dipped into the 650s, but that wasn't very long. You know, I feel like $6 to $7, if you get that for SoFi, just take it because I think it's SoFi has showed you time and time again, this is a solid spot to buy. I mean, let's make this green box here, if I can get it up. I think, you know, anything from here to there, and we'll change it green because red is resistance. Anything in this box, just buy. Dollar cost average, if you don't want to go all in, just buy. Because, I mean, so far I've shown you time and time again, oops, get rid of that. Time and time again that it ain't going to sit here long. And, you know, I think coming off the backs of this nice earnings report, I don't think they gave you any reason to think that they're going to go much lower. Like, this wasn't a bad earnings. I think, you know, the short interest is high, comparisons to other companies, but SoFi is just doing their thing. They're still growing. The numbers are looking good, and I have no problem. And honestly, like as a long-term investor, I'm frankly happy. I'm going to get to lower my average here. So I'm going to be buying more. The one thing I am watching short term again is this triangle pattern. Does it bounce here? And do we still, you know, go into here? Because I mean, this thing could keep going sideways up until this point here. And then, you know, we're already halfway to the next earnings if that happens. But, you know, even so, even if it dips down, I mean, anything below seven, I'm buying that too. You know, it's just a matter of time before we had it back up to double digits in my MO, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of my short little brief what I'm looking at overview of earnings from quarter one 2024. I'm expecting still really good things the rest of the year and into 2025 from SoFi. I'm going to continue to update you guys with like what I'm seeing on the chart and whatnot. But right now, this is a buy for me personally. I'm going to buy as soon as I get off the video, and I'm going to post that on Twitter, my buys for the day. So with all that being said, you know, I appreciate you guys watching. And if you like it, hit the like button and please subscribe if you're not already. That all really helps me. And we'll catch you guys at the next one.